The news of the last 24 hours that John Bolton not only is prepared to testify, but that based on his manuscript, that testimony would include a direct conversation with the President of the United States, where the President made it clear that he was conditioning military aid on political investigations or material that he wanted from Ukraine, makes it all the more clear why you can't have a trial, a meaningful trial, without witnesses, and you certainly can't have one without John Bolton. I am, pleased that the senators are reconsidering. Some that had, I think, questions about the utility of witness testimony, they appear to be reconsidering, and I think that's very positive because this witness obviously has such relevant information to shed on the most egregious of all of the charges in the articles of impeachment, and that is that the President of the United States withheld hundreds of millions of dollars in military aid from an ally at war to help secure that nation's help to cheat in the next election. Now, let me...
That's moments ago. Your reaction, Congressman?
Yeah, Schiff's case is not going to be fixed by the Senate. The fundamental fatal flaws in his case are not going to be fixed through desperate calls for additional witnesses. And what happens if you bring one new witness, he's going to look for another one, and he's going to look for additional ones because he's going to want to try to extend this, to drag it out, and try to find additional facts wherever possible, because he can't prove his case with the facts he has now, despite the fact that he declared that his case was overwhelming, undisputed, uncontested, and proof beyond a doubt. Now, Mr. Fairness, Adam Schiff, ran an entire process where through all the closed-door depositions and all of his public intel hearings, he wouldn't even allow the President's counsel to walk in the front door. They weren't allowed to cross-examine witnesses. They weren't allowed to present witnesses. They weren't allowed to cross-examine witnesses or present any evidence. They were not even allowed in the front door. So when Adam Schiff says that the President, through that process, didn't exert executive privilege, well, you didn't even open the door to let him in. And he was also, with the cherry-picked leaks, with the withholding of key facts, with some of the outright lies, Adam Schiff, who's talking about what fairness and process looks like in that segment, he just said that you need to have witnesses. Well, the only three witnesses that Adam Schiff called who were on the Republican witness list were only called because those were the only three also on the Democratic witness list. Any Republican witness who Adam Schiff did not want to call and was on his list was fully excluded from the House process. I mean, we had no say on those key points, and we would have had a case at the end of the House process where we'll be showing up to the Senate actually ready for trial, as Adam Schiff once declared, as opposed to this, where, if you remember, the first day last week, they spent 11 hours outlining point by point by point by point all the things they said they're missing in order to prove their case.
Congressman Lee.